Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. Now, today Simon's video was enough of a puzzle that he has created a YouTube premiere out of it, I believe. So you may well have watched that earlier, or you may have saved it up for later. It was live whenever he put it out, and there was chat. I should be using the future perfect tense, which I love. So he will have joined the chat to watch his pre-recorded video, and he does this sometimes now, when not just when the puzzle's hot, but when it's an absolute odyssey to solve it. And yeah, I think Just Roggen Enough by Leroy justifies that. So it'll be very interesting to see what the reaction is. I notice our views have been down a little lately. Maybe we're making the wrong sort of video, who knows, or maybe other people have other things to do in the summer. Anyway, I hope somebody's watching this one. This has got a brilliant picture in it. We'll get to that in a moment. Don't forget that as well as that premiere from earlier, and you can watch the video just as a normal video later, or with the chat that went with it. Then we've also got loads of other stuff. Simon's done a crossword solve on the channel this week. There's our normal 2 Sudokus a day. That's what we're doing generally. Been doing it for well over 2 years now. There are all of our apps on the links in the description field, along with Sven's SUDOKU PAD, how to get to the Discord server connected with the channel, and how to join our Patreon, where in just 3 days we will be launching the Paint by Numbers Institute's sequel packs, a pack for the regular prize and an extraordinary doctoral pack for absolute persevering geniuses. Tons of puzzles, and thank you so much to Grockles, to the Asylum, and to Panthera for those. We are privileged to work with you. Now, this puzzle, I love the picture in it. This is by Manus Hand, who we have featured a couple of times on the channel before. I still love the fact that his name teaches us the Latin for hand, which is manus, and but remember, it's a 4th declension noun, I'm pretty sure, so don't decline it like Dominus. Now, the picture in this is brilliant. He's called it First Row Service, and it's a very clear picture of somebody wheeling a trolley along. So I'm assuming this is an aeroplane. I think it must be, actually, because we've got the lighting next to the seats that always gets mentioned in the briefing at the start of the flight. We've got the sort of overhead bins up here, passengers sitting here with his hand up, and I don't know, air hostess, stewardess. They're probably very out-of-date terms, and better than trolley dolly, which I was thinking of saying, which is shockingly sexist. Oh, cabin crew, that's who it is rushing towards him with the meals, I guess. So I love it. I mean, the picture is absolutely fantastic. I'm assuming it's first class if he's in the front row, and I did once fly first class, but this was not me, this picture of the entitled passenger with his hand in the air, because the time that I did get to fly first class was by chance. I was infected with a nasty bug and couldn't eat or drink anything at the time, so I was not sitting there ordering food. Instead, I fell asleep for the whole of a transatlantic flight, which is making very limited use of my first class opportunities, but there we go. It won't happen again, but that was my experience of first class. Absolutely pathetic. Hang on 1 second, I'll be back with you. I hope I remembered to edit that bit out. As I talked to Simon about the premiere that hasn't yet launched. Anyway, right now, so yeah, that was not me. I was flat out on my back sleeping on my first class flight. So anyway, the image is brilliant. The rules are, as you would expect if you've seen purple lines, green lines, arrows, black dots, and white dots in a puzzle before. But I will run through them because you may well not have. Normal Sudoku rules apply. That's 1 to 9 in every row, column, and box. Digits along an arrow sum to the number in the attached circle or pill read downwards. So simply, those two add up to that number. That's fine. Now here it's a little more complicated. Those 3 are on an arrow leading to this head, and the same is true of those 4 leading to that head, so that includes an overlapping digit. We've also got overlapping digits over here, but basically if you can trace a path from the circle to the point, the head of the arrow, that is that arrow path. So up here we've got 1 there that is going to be summed in this pill, and another there. And this pill is going to have its tens digit here and its units digit here, so it could be, for instance, 1717, say. Now, digits joined by a purple line. There's Simon's tweet for tonight's premiere. Digits joined by a purple line are a sequence of consecutive digits in any order. So this is 4 consecutive digits here. These are 2 consecutive digits. Digits joined by a white dot are consecutive. So those 2 are consecutive digits too. Obviously there was a choice for the setter of whether he used a white dot or a 2-cell purple line in all these places. And I guess it's governed by the picture. This could be an overhead light, couldn't it, up here? And I don't know, that something that's fallen on the floor. Anyway, the black dots separate digits with a 1:2 ratio, so that could be 4 and 8. And those are the rules. Do give it a try. There is only one solution. This is the point of these puzzles, and getting to it is the aim. I'm going to start now. I'm going to restart. No, I'm not. I can just deduct half an hour from the time I can see my screen. Right, I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. Now, how do we do this? We've got long arrows. Those are helpful. Long arrows are helpful because this is a single cell digit. So it can't be more than 9. And at the minimum, this is 1, 2, 3. These 3 cells, they all see each other, obviously. So they must add up to at least 6. And that means this foot, left foot of the cabin crew must be a 1, 2, or 3 to make the total no more than 9. The same is going to be true here. It's different 3 digits in the box, but again, they all have to be different. So we're left with another one there. And I think we've got the same over here. Those 3 are different, and they add up with that to give this total. So again, actually these heads now have to be 7, 8, or 9. The minimum they could be is 7 if that was a 1 and this was a 1, 2, 3, for instance. So we are quite restricted about those. I'll go a little bit further than that. There must be a 1 in those 3 digits. There must be a 1 in those 3 digits, and that's because these, to keep this down to 9, and given that there is a digit here, these can't add up to more than 8. And if you get 6, 7, or 8 in 3 cells, it must include a 1 in 3 different numbers. Oh, actually, let's be careful. That must have a 1 as well. So the 1 isn't here. It's definitely in that pair of digits. I don't think this arrow is so useful at the moment. Oh, the black dots. These might matter a lot. Yeah. There's not many ways you can fill this black dot to make 7, 8, or 9. It can't. There are only, what is it, 4 ways of filling a black dot anyway. It can be a 1, 2 pair, a 2, 4 pair, and you'll notice those add up to 3 and 6, so they can't be here. A 4, 8 pair, that adds up to 12, and that's nonsense. So this must be a 3, 6 pair here, and that's a 9. The cabin crew's head is a 9. Now over here, it's not a 3, 6 pair, because that would bust the total. This probably 1, 2, but it could just be 2, 4. So it definitely includes a 2. There's a 2 in one of those cells and a 1 in one of those. And what else have we learned? We've learned this can't be a 3 because of this 3, 6 pair. Of course, we've got this 1, 2, 3 triple on the feet. So one of these must be a 3. And therefore, it must go with a 1, 2, 3 above it. And a 9. I can't see a way of knowing which one of those is a 3 at the moment. Let's think about this a bit more. Now, actually, oh no, if that's 2, 4, then the rest of this arrow goes 1, 2, and 9 there. which seems a bit unlikely. If that's a 2, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can quite rule that out, because that does seem to work, and I can see arrows there that would work as well. Oh, I should actually just give a little bit of attention to this pill, because, yeah, it's not, remember, it's not adding all 7 of these digits. It's at the smallest distance, it's adding those 3, and the maximum they can add up to is 24. So this is a 1 or a 2 in the tens digit. And that's getting quite interesting. So this, in fact, this number, this can't be a 1 or a 2 because of the grouping here. So this number, this 2-digit number, is either 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 23 or 24. It could just be 24. Oh, hang on though. No, there are limitations. Right. That group adds up. Imagine this was 13. This won't work at all, because that group adds up to 13 and that group adds up to 13. So this group adds up to 26, counting this digit twice. And the total for a row in Sudoku, do you know the secret? 1 to 9 always adds up to 45. The total for a row always has to be 45. So these two would have to add up to 19 plus that digit. And they can't do that, whatever it is. So 13's not possible, and I suspect from that that 14 and 15 aren't. If it was 15, 15 there, 15 there, so 30, counting that twice. Ah, yeah, now we've got this 9. The maximum they can be is 8, 7. That would be 45, but it's counted that twice, so it's impossible. So 15 is not possible. So, okay, well, I mean, that hasn't actually helped all that much. That's ruled out 13, 14, and 15, but this can still be 16, 17, 18, 19, 23, or 24. So I probably shouldn't have concentrated on that at the moment. Never mind. Now, I need to sort out these feet, don't I? I need to get my feet in order. I need to know where the 3 is. Right, if the 3 is there, these are consecutive. And I think that implies that these are consecutive. It must do, because if they both add up to 9, both, let me colour these, both yellow and red add up to 9. They share these digits, and therefore these two must have the same total. So if that's a 1-2 pair, oh, can this be 1 anymore? Actually, it can, if this is, yeah, because this can be 1, 2. Okay, I was for some reason thinking this had to be at least 1, 2, 4 here. That is not the case. Okay, let's go back to thinking about this one. I don't know why I thought that. Yeah, I don't know. So these could be anything out of 1, 2, and 3. If the the difference here is either 1 or 2. So the difference between these digits is either 1 or 2. That's true. Now, what does that mean? These have to be quite small, don't they? Does this have to be a 1, 2, 3, 4 set? No, if that's 1, 2. Well, actually, you could have a 5 here. 1, 2, 5, 1 would be fine. Okay, they can't be more than 5, so they're from 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, this, if that's 1, 2, and that's 1, 3, 4, the maximum this can be is 5 as well. So we've got 4 digits from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That actually has an implication for this Renban line, in that it can only have a maximum 1 digit from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could have another one up here, but I think the lowest it could be now is 4, 5, 6, 7. It could have one of those 4 or 5 there, one of them there, and then 6, 7 on the rest of the line. And it's much more likely to be 6, 7, 8, 9. I think 6 and 7 are always on that purple triangular Renban line. Does that do anything for these German whispers? This is going to struggle to be low. I don't know. Let's keep focusing on the passenger and the cabin crew for now. Come on, think about it, Mark. Why can we restrict this a bit more? 1 and 2 have to be on here. Okay, if that was 2, 4, this couldn't be a 3 anymore because we'd already have 9. So the 3 would have to be here. So if this was 2, 4, we've got a 3 over there. Then this is a 1, 2, 3 set, which actually has to be 1, 3 here because that cell sees that one. So we'd get 1, 3 here, a 2 here. That would make this a 4. And this would have to be a 2, could even be a 5. Okay, I don't know. That is not quite fixing this. I'm going to have to find something cleverer, or use this raised hand, which I haven't managed to, or something like that. Oh, there must be a 2 in this area. It's not helpful. But for one of these to not be a 1, there must be a 2 used in the box. I think. Yeah, that's right. But that doesn't get it done. Let's maybe focus on this. Right, there's a 2 used in those cells, so this isn't a 2. I shouldn't have allowed that to be a 2. Does this have to be a 1? If it's a 1, that's a 2, 4 pair. Then you've got a 1 there. You're definitely adding up to 8 or 9. So it's the same sort of thing. I was working earlier on if that's a 2, 4 pair. Actually, if that's a 2, 4 pair, this has to be a 1, of course. I established there was a 1 in these. I don't know how to prove anything. Come on, Mark, think about it. 1, 2, 3. What are we doing with those? Can this be a 3? Oh, that's interesting, actually. That's interesting. For this to be a 3, this has to be a 1, 2. And then this has to be a 3. So if that's a 3, that's a 3. Then you've got a 2, 1 pair here. And you can't use a 3 here, but these have to be consecutive because of the relation between those and those. So this would have to be 4, 5. If there's a 3 here, it's possible, but you get a 3 there and a 4, 5 pair here and a 2, 1 pair here. It all starts getting done if that's what's happening. And if that's not a 3, then there's a 3 over here. I don't know, I can't quite see what to do there. These German whisper lines, are they doing more than I can understand? I don't know what they're doing at all. I've kind of shot my bolt with this clue up here. These are so little and nothingy that I don't think they're helpful. This, it could still, I mean, it could, ooh, okay, it's got these, hasn't it? On the arrows, so they can't be too huge. Well, they can be big. These cannot be high digits. That's quite interesting. Got it. Okay, that is useful. Well, I don't know. It may not be, but it's something. It is something. This is something. So the lowest digits you can have on here are 4 and 5. Now, the question I'm asking is, can you have a high digit, meaning 6, 7, 8, or 9, in either of these cells? I mean, from the beginning you can, because you could add a low digit to it to get a number that goes in here. But the lowest number now that can go on this purple line is a 4. So these can't have a 6, 7, 8 or 9 in, because they'll break these totals. So these are low. That low on a German whisper lines attaches to a high the other side. So these ones are high. That is 6, 7 or 8, and this is 1, 2 or 3. I have a feeling this must be low now. But it's a feeling. Ooh, I don't know. 6, 7, 8 can't connect to a high digit and can't connect to 4. So this is 1, 2 or 3 there. Maybe we're going to get pressure on low digits in row 5. What about this? It's not on an arrow, so I suppose it could be a 9 and let this be a 4. That's annoying. Does this have to be low? Could it be a 5? No, it couldn't. Because one of these at least would have to be as much as a 3, and that's going to break the total. 5, 3, 1, 1 is 10. So that can't be a 5. So that's low as well. And that's low. So all of these are low. They are 1, 2, 3, 4 as a set. Come on, use it. I don't know how to use it. These are definitely, oh, they might not be high, they might be 5. But they must be at least 4. So these are from 7, 8 and 9. No, that doesn't follow. That could be a 1 with a 4 there. So that's absolute balderdash. Oh, come on. We're getting there now. I feel I'm doing something now. 1 and 2. This must be at least a 3. And obviously that's at least a 1. Ugh, I mean, 1, 7, 1 is a hideous possibility. I don't know. That hasn't helped at all. Come on. Oh, I'm just missing something. I think it's about this. 2, 4 looks so unlikely. Although 2, 3, 4 would work fine there. Is it this? Can this be 20? Ooh, if this was 23, that would make that a 1. And this would have to be 1, 2, 4 or 1, 2, 5. No, I don't know. I think it can still be 23 or 24 here. This is very tough, Manos. What's going on here? 1, 2 there allows as much as 4, 5 here. Is there something about the holistic total of all these numbers? I don't think there is. I mean, these have, the ones I've highlighted have to add up to at least 10, but there's an overlap cell. So with those, we're adding up to at least 12, but we can take something. I don't know, that doesn't give that number. Gosh, I'm really scrabbling around here now. How about these low digits? 1, 2, 3, 4. I suppose one of them's going to have to be a 4. Now, if it's here, it makes that a 9. If it's here, this is a 1, 4 pair. That adds up to 5. This is going to have to be a 2, 3 pair. And this will be a 1, 2 pair. Now, a 2, 3 pair is a problem there because we need a 3 here, and then that would have to be a 3. Crikey, okay. It doesn't work for this to be a 4, and I'll just explain why again. The least this can be is 1, 4. This has to be at least 2, 3 to allow these 9s to function, and that gives you a 1, 2 in the feet here. That makes that a 3, and that needs a 3 here. which would clash with the 2, 3 there. So that can't be a 4. So we've got 4 narrowed down to these 2 places. Now, if this was a 4, this would have to be a 1, 2 pair. That's not quite true. It could be a 1, 3 pair. Actually, that's significant. No, it couldn't be a 1, 3 pair. If that's a 4, this is a 2 on the black dot. So that's a 2, 1 pair. So if that's a 4, this is at least a 3, 4 pair. But in fact, then you'd have 4, 2, 1 here. Ooh, this would have to be 4, 3, 2 if you put a 1 there and you've got a 4 here. So this is a 9. That becomes a 2. You've got 4, 2, you've got 2, 1 here significantly. Now you've got 2, 1 here. And these can be 3 and 4. And I think they can. Or even 3 and 5, because 2, 1 here doesn't stop that. Okay, so it can work with a 4 here, but then you get 3, 2, and 1 here. This has to be a 2 then. So if you get 4, 2, 1, because it becomes a 9 head, you get 4, 2, 1, 2 here. I don't think I'd realised that before. 1, 3 here. So these are non-consecutive, and you've got 1, 2 here. So they would be 3, 5. And that does just work with a 1, 2 pair here. I mean, it puts a lot of pressure on these, but it does just work. This is very intricate, isn't it? Or I'm missing something significant. There's every chance, but there aren't that many clues in the puzzle. So I don't think that's what's going on, but... Oh, come on then. Can this be 6, 7, 8, 9? I bet it can't for some reason. Oh, I don't know. I can't see the reason. Right, let's go back to this fella sitting in his seat. Can that be a 4? 2, 1 down here has to be at this point. And that's then a 2. This has to be a 1. I don't think that's important, unfortunately. This is high, which it's got every ability to be. So you've got 2, 1 here. And because this has become a 2, these are a 1 and a 3. These are going to have to be 2 apart. Oh, but they can't be 3, 5. Because the 3 would have to be here and the 5 would have to be here. And the 3 would... Right, this doesn't work for a peculiar reason. If you had a 4 here, you have a 2 here on the black dot. Because you're then going 3, 2 up here. No, sorry, 4 there, 2 there on the black dot, 1 here. That has to be, so you've got a 1, 2 pair there. This has to be 9, because once you've got a 1 there, this can't be any less. So that becomes a 2. These are now 1 in yellow and 3 in red. Now with 1, 2 here, and those being 2 apart, you need these to be 2 apart, and they can't involve 1 and 2. It'd have to be 3 and 5, but the 3 is over this side with the 3. And that can't work, so that's not a 4. Wow, I mean, hats off if you've seen that quicker than me. That is monstrous. And it may not be the only way in, but it's my way in. Right, 1, 2, 3, triple there. This is now a 4. There's our second digit in the grid, long after the cabin crew's 9. That puts a 9 on the German whisper line. Oh, we can't have a 9 in this head anymore. Now I think that stops it being... Well, we've stopped this being a 4 anyway. Oh, maybe it can still be 2, 4. Oh, rats. But this is 7 or 8, so this can't be a 3, because that has to add up to at least 1, 2, 3. Yes. So this is the 3 in row 7. And this is not a 3. Okay, we've at least got a digit. Now, these have to be 1, 2, 3 to make the 9 total. So that one's a 2. This is a 1, 3 pair. And this is not 2 or 3. But it can only be, because the difference between these can only be a maximum of 2, it can only be 2 away from that. It's a 4. That's a 1. This is a 2. This is a 1, naked single. That's a 2. That makes the black dot fine. Add these up, 5. And this can't be a 2 to make 7, so it's a 3 to make 8. Yes, this can't be a 3. And this can't be a 3. I think lots of these are too high. It's either 2, 4, 2 or 2, 5, 1. So we've got a 1, 2 pair here now. Now we are doing something. So this can't be a 2. This arrow is great. 4 plus something that's at least 5 is 5, making 9 there. Now this now has 6, 7 in it and a 5, and it can't have a 4. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8 is going on this Renban. Oh, wow. Okay, things start happening when they start happening. Now, this can't be a 3 anymore because 3, 6 is the minimum, and that gives another 9. So that's a 1. That sorts out 3 and 1 there. This can't be an 8 anymore, so it's 6 or 7 leading to 7 or 8 here. 3 there has proved unsurprisingly that the Cat and Crew's ponytail, if that's what it is a 6. This can't be a 6. Right, just keep going with Sudoku for now. This can't be a 6. Oh, in fact, we know what it is because we've got the total. That's not an 8. We can place 8 in the middle box. This is 5 or 7, 5, 6 or 7 there. This can't be 3 anymore, or 8. Could still be 24, annoyingly, with 9, 8, 7 here. 48 minus 9, 8 or 7. Yeah, that can work all right. Okay, so I can't do that yet. This is a 2, 3, 9 triple though. And this is 5 or 7. So one of these is a 4. What have we got? That's 6 or 7. Oh, I can place 9 in this row. There. Okay, so we've made quite a bit of progress in the middle now, after quite a lot of thought about it, which is great. I mean, that's fine. Yeah, now what next? I don't know. Okay, is this 24? Which I feel is reasonably likely. That would make this add up to 24 and this add up to 24. So this group would add up to 48, counting that twice. So you could take off 9, 8 or 7. You're down to 39, 40, hang on. Yeah, 39, 40 or 41. These add up to 4, 5 or 6 in that case, but they can't have a 1. So they don't add up to 4. And they can't have a 3, so they don't add up to 5. The only way for that to be 24 is if this is 4, 2 here, with what here? 48 plus 6 is 54 minus 9, but that can't be a 9, so it's not 24, so this is not a 2, that's a 1. Wow, I mean, that's maths, but it isn't easy maths. That's a 4. This is a 7. I think I suggested at the beginning that could be 17. Am I prescient or what? No, I am occasionally lucky. 6 there, and we've done these middle rows apart from the 2, 3, 9 group. Oh, in fact, that is an 8 as well. So we are all done here in the middle. Now, 17 plus 17, 34 minus whatever this is, plus those is 45. So these are 11 plus that. Well, they can't be 19. They can't be 16 because you can't put a 9 in them. So either that's a 4 and this is an 8, 7 pair, or it's a 3 and they add up to 14, which would be 8, 6. So that's an 8. and those are either a 6-3 or a 7-4 combo. Wow, so 2, 4, 5 still to go in the first row. Okay, what can this be? This has to be down quite low-ish, 2, 5 or 6, but actually neither of these can be a 2 because 1 and 3 are gone in the box. So we're down to 4 or 5 there and 5 or 6 there. There's definitely a 5 in them, therefore, since they're consecutive. And therefore this one doesn't have a 5 in. That's surprising. Now this can't have a 9, 8 or a 5, so it's either 6, 7 or 4 low numbers, from the 4 low numbers. Okay, I don't know about that. Now this can't be 4 or 5, so that's 6 or 7. Now that's a pair, 6, 7, so this is where the 5 goes. And that's 4, 2, 5, and that is a nice breakthrough. I've just spotted this is 6, 7 as well. It sees 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 8, 1. Very similar to what this did. So the other 2 in the row are a 4, 5 pair, which I can't resolve. But anyway, I got this one done. Surprisingly, 8 in box 7 is there. These are from 6, 7, 9, definitely including a 9. Ooh, 8 now has to be on this Renban in row 8. Just by Sudoku. So, and 7 and 9 are there. So the 8 must go there with the 7 or 9 in the next cell. Now this, it could still be 6, 7. That's very irritating. No, it couldn't, because you couldn't make up those two. They would both be 9s. So it's from below 4. So there's a 2 on it, and either a 1 or a 3. That can't be a 1. I'm going to corner mark the 2 to tell me there's definitely a 2 there. I'm enjoying this puzzle now. I mean, I'm very fickle that way. Oh, that has to be 3 or 4. It can't be 5. So the 5 in the column is there, and this is consecutive and can't be a 4. That's a 6. Very helpful dot on the floor. 5 there sees that cell becoming a 4. 2, 8, 5, 4. This is where 1 goes in this box. Ooh, I don't know. 1 is now in one of those 2 cells. I mean, I bet it's there, but I can't really say that it is. I mean, I don't know. It could be. 3, 4, 1, 2. So 8 goes here. We must have nearly finished 8. So there's the last one in the grid we have. Now, these are from 5, 6, 7, 9, but let's have a think about this 17 total in a moment. 5, I'm just taking out candidates from there. Right. Now, if that's a 3, these two add up to 14. They could be 9, 5. Let me just corner mark that possibility. That's the only way it will work with a 3 there. Oh, and this would be a 6 in that case. Okay, so that all works. If this is a 4, these add up to 13. Oh, they'd have to be 6, 7, and that breaks this cell. That's rather pretty, isn't it? So a 4 there. This couldn't be 4, 9 because of the 4, or 5, 8 because of that 8. So they'd have to be 6, 7, and that would smash that cell apart. So this is not a 4. That is a 3. So these two do add up to 14. They are 9, 5 in that order. We're left with a 6, 7 pair in the furrow. This, when that's a 3, this is a 6. I want to just do the maths again. 34, counting that twice, plus 8 and 6 is 48. Minus that is 45. Yes, 6 is the right answer. So that fixes this box entirely. This is done. That's done. This is done. Everything is done. This is brilliant. Well, that's handy everything is done, as I've now used all the clues apart from that one. I dare say not quite everything is done. We will get to that now. 2 is on that thing, so this is a 1 or a 3. Let's remove the corner marks again. So these are 1, 2, 4, 7. That's a naked 2. And my thinking stops there. But that puts a... Oh, well, actually, this I-wing put a 2 here. So that's a 1. We have used the final clue. This is a 4, 7 pair that I can't resolve yet. There's a 1 here with a 4 or a 7. Not there. There. 39812. That is a naked 4. That's very helpful. There we go. 741767 396 across the top. I can do all of them, and that indicates I'm very much on the homeward path now. Let's go down to the bottom here. 3 there. The Renban says that's a 2. We get a 1. This is a 2 and a 3, and we complete our picture. Let me just remove the colouring, which hasn't served any purpose for a long time. And then we can go with a 9 here. No. There we go. And that is first row service. That is a great puzzle mouse. I mean, I love the picture. Tempted to remove the numbers so we can see the picture in all its glory again, but it is there. And a very good puzzle to boot. So thank you for sending us that. Hope you had a go at it. I really enjoyed myself there. And hope to see you again on the channel soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.